Hey everybody, Joe with Bumbling Acres here. Hope y'all are doing well. So we just did our video about the 10 things homesteading challenge thing. And within a couple days, a lot of that video becomes very pertinent. And that the community of homesteading and those homesteaders in our local community. And one of the things that I talked about was the fear of failure. That was one of the toughest things. And just as an abject life lesson. So I work a corporate job. Going off to work this morning. Was in the middle of I work within the insurance business, by the way. And I get a call from my wonderful wife, and she says, "Hey, by the way, homesteader close to us already has all the deer meat they need. They had a 4-point buck that got hit, and just in case you didn't know, we are together. It's amazing. We normally don't do videos where we're together. We're always talking around each other. That's what we've learned in a month and 2 days of marriage. Importance of working around each other. But so got a call. Wonderful wife, homesteader, lived close to us. Alicia, what's her homesteading? Providence Homesteading. Providence Homestead, something of that nature. But Alicia, sweetheart, wonderful woman,
Somebody
awesome,
hit a deer near her house.
had a blast. Somebody hit a deer. She didn't need the deer meat and called us. Now, important backstory. Once again, I did not choose the homestead life. The homestead life chose me. And that means I had no flipping idea how to do 90% of this, 95% of this stuff up until the point where this wonderful woman I'm now married to came into my life and introduced me to it and brought me along. And it's our journey. So this becomes important because I've been in the Marine Corps, was in comm, I've been around the world a time or two, been in some wonderful places. I have never once in my life hunted. Ever. Never once in my life have I ever done a field dressing of a deer. We just did chicken butchering like 2 months ago, and that was the first time I'd ever killed, eviscerated an animal. So I'm like, all right, okay, so bringing the deer over, getting ready for, so I'm watching YouTube videos, a lot of great YouTube videos on deer field stripping, and Deborah started the process. I come home, I got off work a little bit early, so came home and deer was elevated, and Deborah had gotten real far into it, but it wasn't quite done yet. And we reached that point where we didn't know what to do. And look, YouTube videos are great, internet's great, but there comes that point where, especially when it comes down to an animal, because even in the butchering and the killing of an animal, you want it to be done right. You don't want to make a mockery of the sacrifice that animal is for you. You know, this is one that we're going to hand off to a processor tomorrow and get processed, but we don't want to make a mockery of the sacrifice that animal has made for us. So it's important we reach a point where we don't want to just be dumbly wandering around inside an animal, and in my opinion, you get to the point where you're desecrating the corpse of an animal. So our neighbor across the street, who also was a guest at our wedding, who's also, you know, his hunts and such, so we make the Hail Mary call. You know, hey, can you come over and help us? We just need that second set of eyes. We need that experienced person to come along and be like, okay, this is supposed to be this icky, or supposed to be this, or what are the ways it's supposed to be done easier. And our neighbor came over and we did it. We field stripped, dressed, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. I feel like field dressing and field stripping is the same, which is ironic because I don't think they could possibly, you wouldn't think they'd be synonyms, but I think they are. So, you know, we did it. We did the field stripping. We did it right. We got the internals out. The deer is in my truck bed, backed in my garage, ready for tomorrow morning. Deborah will take it to the butcher to have them processed, and we'll have some deer meat. So, you know, that was an opportunity that came that wasn't there this morning, and that's part of the homesteading life. Because when Providence provides, and it's kind of ironic, it's Providence Homestead, but when Providence provides you something, you move to make it work, and that's homesteading, making it happen. When Providence provides, you make magic, and it's an awkward magic sometimes. It's not clinically wonderful at times, but we got the job done. We stretched what we knew about ourselves and what we knew about a process. So that's homesteading. Homesteading, Providence provides, roll with it, make it work. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share with all your friends so we can talk about the wonderful knowledge that we are figuring out as we come along. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.